Welcome to the Fantasy Pavilion. We go live in...
Welcome, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Big Fantasy Pavilion. And of course, we have a special episode tonight, of OFB and Fantasy Pavilion mashup. So I'm joined by Dr. Vic. And of course, I'm joined by Daquan of OFB FPL. And of course, my Tottenham expert, Kevin Lala. Guys, how y'all doing? How was the game week?
It's hard. It's real hard. Real difficult.
Boy, let me not talk about that.
But this is what we're going. That's what we're here for, Daquan. We gotta talk. Dr. Vic, how was the game week?
I well thought, this game week would be good and thing. I see 75 points. I say, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Then I realized I only went up by 20k.
Yeah, up is still good, Green arrows is all you really want.
Green arrows is all you want, bro.
True.
I wish I get green arrows this game week.
Yeah, I get dark red. Dark red.
Them fellas make average, me even make average. Like
Yeah,
tough out there.
I think I hit average.
I think I like
The average.
nah. I ain't hit average at all. I can tell you that for sure.
But before we get into it, Vic, remember when the space you would have spoke about, he was asking me asked me a vital question, if they put Rudiger or if they put Reese.
I went.
That's a vital question before literally in the end of the space there.
So I went with Rudiger, and I had James on the bench.
Nice.
Right.
But I also had ESR in my team who didn't play, so James came off the bench either way.
Oof.
Okay.
0 points either way, so.
Yeah, 0 points out of it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have Rudiger at all. So I just stick with Reese. But I knew, as I told you guys, from a while now I wanted to sell Reese. I just never bothered. I don't know why I keep sticking to sell him, but
Yeah, and you have how much zeros you have now? 4 in
Yeah.
a row?
if so a little bit.
While playing 90 minutes, so.
Yeah, that is a problem. At least 2 points. And he and Cancelo are racking up some yellows, boy. But Cancelo's
Yeah. Well, Cancelo get a reset now, so you get a reset.
Yeah. You get to go.
A reset and a break, so.
All right, so as usual,
But yeah,
guys,
James,
go ahead, huh?
James had to go, I feel, soon.
Yeah. Very soon. We'll get into that just now.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so as usual, guys, so the breakdown, we'll break down all the games, and of course give you all our tips on who you think you should consider for the upcoming game weeks. We will show you our teams, and of course we will bar talk the guy that is on top of our league, and of course we'll have the guys giving their input as well. So I'm glad we have a nice full house here. So let's start the bacchanal. All right, so now that there's 4 of us, I'll let each person run through a game. And so as usual, I just like to talk about the goalkeepers. All right, that's all I like to do. And then you all can take it away. So I'll let Vic, you'll take this one first now. Let me just run through the keepers real quickly, all right?
Right.
All right, so Fernandez, no save points, so nothing much to talk about there. And of course, Bachmann made 3 saves. So as usual, you know, guys, I am the goalkeeper advocate. I like to remind you guys it's good to have these cheap keepers because they will concede a lot of shots and they will bring you some extra points, right? So Bachmann finished there on 2. He had 3 saves. So take it away now, Vic. Who are the key assets? So what we like to do, we just like to talk about the key assets you think that might be best going forward. Brentford supposed to be playing Man U next, I believe. And who you think might be a decent asset from the Watford, if any. Right, so take it away.
Okay, so Brentford versus Man U. I would say don't go anywhere near Brentford defense. I know Pontus Jansson may look tempting, but he's only tempting on set pieces. And I mean, he's not the most tempting player like for set pieces in the league or anything like that. Don't go anywhere near Brentford's defense, no Watford's defense. As a matter of fact, both teams are very leaky at the back. In terms of attacking assets, Bomo finally got a goal. I was kind of worried he was going to hit the post with the penalty, but nah, he managed to score. We don't know for sure if Tony would be playing in the upcoming midweek game. So I would, if you have Bomo, I would hold straight. At least he's not a immediate sell for me, so I would hold him. Other than him, I can't see anyone in that team because that Brentford side right now is ravaged by injuries.
If you have Tony, do you keep him or?
At this point, it depends on what's going on with your team. If you could get him out, get him out. But if you have other holes to fix, then you might as well keep him. Because Manu's defense, I mean, it's gotten better since Ragnick has taken over. But that's, I'm sure we'll talk about that later on. In terms of Watford, what's really interesting is that in Watford, we all thought Josh King would have been starting as the centre forward. But in this particular game, Dennis played through the middle and Josh King played off the left. Cucho played off the right. Now, that being said, Dennis did score, but he scored from a header. And Josh King was actually getting in behind the Brentford's right back quite a lot. And he had a good few. I think he had 2 shots that were saved by Fernandes. And I think he hit the post with one. Yeah, he hit the post with one as well. Yeah. So Josh King was actually getting a lot of chances on the left-hand side. I personally brought in Josh King for a hit this week. And I was kind of vexed that he hit the post because it would have been a really good goal. Yeah. But other than that, besides King and or Dennis, I don't see anyone from Watford being on my radar anytime soon.
All right, no problem.
And Bemo passed the post Juju on King.
To Josh King, yeah.
To Josh King.
It was a nice shot though. It was a really nice shot. Yeah, I was going places. Well, I'm glad, Dennis won that debate because a lot of people debating King or Dennis. Next up, City 1, Wolves 0. Shocker, big shocker. Actually, not to me because I'm Cody Banton. I love Cody and I have Sa as well. And I was not surprised at all. People were saying, oh, Wolves will get battered. Just like Liverpool was supposed to batter them. And again, a lucky penalty. Let me just touch on the keepers real quickly. So, of course, Edison, no save points. So, just the clean sheet points there. Sa, clutch, 8 saves. I would have wanted one more. Just one more save. But taking that. Clutch, 8 saves. So, you finish off with 4 points for me. I taking that any day. So, Daquan, run through this one. Who were the highlights to look forward to? Who did well? And who should we be looking at for the next few game weeks, if any?
Well, I actually did watch this game. City, yes, while controlling the game and whatnot, Wolves played really well defensively, right? Until that mistake, I didn't think a mistake.
Mistake by VAR, you mean?
Jimenez was just stupid.
Well, yeah, that was yes.
It was so dumb, because oh gosh, you got yellow. And then you're gonna do that stupidness? No man. Right? If he didn't do that, they could have hold on and get the draw. But yeah, that mistake by VAR, that wasn't a penalty. So Bernardo Silva got very lucky with that 6 points he have there.
And everybody here got lucky with.
And I wouldn't watch anybody from the Wolves team, to be honest. City.
What about the defense?
I don't know.
The defense playing good.
I mean, I like Aitner, yeah. I like Aitner.
And he's cheap still, eh? He's still cheap, yeah.
Yeah, he's cheap. And
They playing Brighton next, you know.
Yeah, it's possible, no? Brighton.
Yeah,
it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. And he gives you an attacking threat also. So yeah, that's before armpit penalty.
Big up the guys in the chat, of course, Atiba and Christopher. Thanks for coming through, guys.
But I think with Bernardo now, I was telling Vic this the other day that with KDB back in the team now, I think Bernardo will be the one who could he'll be going back to doing what he has been doing before. All City's dirty work on the right on the next side now, and everything will start to go through KDB again. So I'm not too sure if you want to bring him in for the upcoming game weeks. It's all up to you. You never know. His luck might continue, because that was sheer luck in that game. But yeah. So if I look at an East asset, it might be a defender. I actually have Gundogan right now, and I'm gonna get him out because he has a back injury at the moment, and I'm not too sure how that's going to go. And well, I think
So that might be good for Silver then. You stay in the team.
Yeah, it's true. And then Kevin talked about Cancelo being out, so I don't know what people are gonna do with him.
Not only that,
I guess. Go ahead, Vic.
I feel like Gundogan being out would give. I think Pep would want KDB to take over Gundogan's role and keep Bernardo playing the way he is.
Yeah.
And you saw all those saves Jose Sá made. Bernardo was responsible for quite a bit of those. Huh?
Yeah, he was. But what if KDB takes that role now and goes with it, man? Okay, but that's his role, right? So who knows? I mean, I'm not deterring anybody from getting him, but just keep in mind KDB's back.
Yeah. But I don't think that's not swaying me too much yet. But we'll see. As I watch and see kind of vibe right now. Yeah. All right. So should I give Daquan this one? No, but Daquan's Chelsea 3, a lucky 3 versus Leeds 2. Again, another prediction. I was again telling people don't discount Leeds, and all the guys who were selling Rafinha like it was a old Almira or old Tita. I don't understand. Real people selling Rafinha, and I was saying keep him. Chelsea leaking goals. But let's see. So Mendy 3 saves, 1 point. So he got 2 points in total. Meslier 3 points. So that saved him there because he conceded so much goals. Kevin, run us through this one. Now, who are the highlights? Who are the big scorers? And who are we looking for the upcoming game weeks? Is it time to finally drop James? And is it time to apologize to Rafinha and bring him back in? Talk to me.
Yes, definitely apologize to Rafinha. I have to personally apologize to Rafinha. Got rid of him for, can't remember right now, but definitely wasn't worth it. Oh no, I got him for Bernardo, so that was all right. Leeds, they're pushing again, but again the defense not really existing much. Even though Chelsea got 2 penalties to Jorginho. I didn't even see the penalties. How were they considered? You remember? It was like really bad, or
it was Rudiger bombing into the box.
Havoc. The last one, the last one he turned on the defender and the defender trimmed down. And I think and in the first one Rafinha clean him up in the box.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rafinha taking penalty. This is one of a good bit of penalties this weekend. Rafinha penalty. And he taking it over. I think Klitsch was normally the penalty taker, so Rafinha is on penalties now. I think he take it over Bamford the last time when Bamford was actually playing. But Rafinha is the talisman for Leeds right now. So for Leeds, the only person I would look at is Rafinha. All right. James maybe, but he's just causing threats. But on an FPL thing, you're not really getting much returns. Chelsea, I think their defense. Okay, last week I did say it was a one-off, but no. There was 3 last week, now 2 this week. Hopefully they get a little better, 1 and 0. But I mean, for the money you're spending on James and those guys, everybody is 5.5 plus. I mean, you could probably use the money somewhere else and maybe bring in the midfielders now. Mount looks like a sure start now, and he's in a good form. So maybe if you have 2 transfers, save the money from the defense with James and bring in Mount. But those are the 2 guys I'll be watching. Chelsea, like their wing backs, not producing like how they used to, and it's more the center backs. They are a little more reliable and bringing back the points. Last week it was Thiago Silva. This week it was Rudiger. So if you want to save a little bit, go to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva. But again, it's really up to you guys. But he doubled up on Chelsea May after drop soon.
Keep on one thing. Klitsch was on the field at the time Rafinha took the penalty. So
he wasn't. Okay.
No, so I don't know if penalties went to Rafinha or just because.
Okay, yeah. So same thing with Brentford. How Mbeumo took the penalty, Tony wasn't on the field. Okay, maybe it was the same as this one. Yeah. So.
All right, next up. Now, so I mean that brings up the usual topic. Is it time to get rid of? Because I did an article yesterday on that. Is it time to get rid of Big at the back and maybe focus on the midfield, change your formation, 3-5-2, 3-4-3? Vic, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I have some thoughts on that. So, before this game week, I would have been definitely go all in on getting rid of Big at the back, right? But I got 9 from Trent, 7 from Cancelo, and 9 from Rudiger, right?
Yeah.
So, the Big at the back, these guys still going to produce. You know, looking at Rudiger play, the guy always getting it up. He making runs. He causes chaos, and I think he will continue to do that, especially with Chilwell out. I think he on the left hand side is going to kind of mitigate the fact that Alonso may not be like a perfect fit like for Chilwell. So I think we may not necessarily need 5 premium defenders or even 4, but at least keep 3. Keep 3.
But there's a different tree now. So look at like who you have on the screen here with Liverpool. They're big in the back, looking good these days. Robertson looking good right now. So
yeah. So if you want to go James to Robertson, or if you could afford it, then that's a perfectly good move.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now actually.
Yeah.
All right, so it's not double Liverpool. Interesting. All right, well that's our next game here. So again, Liverpool 1, Aston Villa 0. A very emotional. It was nice. It was really nice. The welcoming that Gerrard got. The well is a welcome. He is a Liverpool legend. So Alisson would have just got the clean sheet points, no save points there. Martinez was busy, 4 saves, so he would get that obligatory 1 point, so 3 in total. I'll run through this one. So of course the usual suspects. I mean, so it was a clean sheet, so not too bad in the back. Alexander Trent would have gotten some of the bonus points, which is something we love to see. That would have helped us out a lot, especially us James owners. And of course, always Captain Salah. Can this please end the debate? We always, every space I go into, who we captain in this week? Stop asking that question. When AFCON comes, January 6th, let's talk about that. For now, ACS. All right? Let's talk about vice captains. Right? Maybe that's something that we should be discussing, but I don't want to hear any more questions on who should we be captaining. Salah is taking this seriously. He understands that we need him to perform each week, and he's doing that. He understands the assignment. And of course, nothing on the end really on Aston Villa, but I will like to point out the usual suspects of Cash and Target. Now, Cash, he's on my radar. I'm going to start looking at their fixtures a little more keenly.
The fixtures swing really well now, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and he might be on my radar very soon. I always liked McGinn, but McGinn is more for fan tracks, not really for this. But he's on my radar. Watkins and Ings not on my radar. So for now.
Why not Watkins? Why?
Nah, Watkins not. For me, he's not. You'll watch a striker, even though the striker does not score. Let's say he goes on a game of 2-3 games not scoring, but you will see him in and about all the action. But Watkins not convincing me to pick him just on merit, just on the off the ball work rate that he's doing. He's not convincing me. Maybe others, but not me. I could take Daka and Daka not short of that, right? So yeah, I'm not convinced by him.
Go
ahead.
No, well, I like Watkins a lot. Yes, he may not be convincing, but that guy is just pop up on you already.
Watkins I find he's a real frustrating player to own.
He is.
He's really frustrating.
But I've had Watkins last season. It was last season, yeah. And every time I say I'm gonna sell Watkins shows me, boy, don't sell me, boy. and he's scoring.
Yeah. But I had him for last season too. Yes, last season was decent. He had a nice patch.
Yeah, and I think with the patch of games that coming up here, I think he'll be one to watch, and he'll be one to have in a team, because
That's if he starts.
yeah. But
And you see,
I don't know.
Yeah, because Ings he not injured anymore, Ings, but he's kind of out of form. So
yeah, he's out of form,
and they're not playing together. For some reason, they're not playing well together. Yeah.
And you can't judge Watkins of the Liverpool game, for sure, because it's Liverpool. Right?
Well, you see, that's fair, but I don't want us to fall into that trap because we've had this conversation about 5-10 times before with other strikers. Oh, they're playing Norwich. Oh, they're playing, and I'm talking about Kane, I'm talking about Antonio. Right?
No.
So,
Right.
Right. Look at
I
Ronaldo.
understand
Ronaldo almost didn't score against Norwich. Look at Ronaldo. But let's not go there. We'll get there soon. People know how I feel about Ronaldo. I really, but right. Look at right. So I'm not going down there. Oh, they have a swing of games and no. Because Kane, Antonio, Ronaldo, a lot of them had easy games coming up, so-called easy games, and did salt. Right. So I'm not falling in that trap again.
All right. So what about like Dr. Buffon asking here, defensive asset for Aston Villa? I like SG Konsa too, I find he's a very good defender.
Konsa solid, but I like Cash is convincing.
Yeah. Well, Cash is the man.
I like the runs. Yeah, I like the runs that they're making, the dribbling, the cutting inside. I like what they're doing. So I will go with them for sure. Right, I'll go with them for sure. Big up our Guatemalan friend. Bienvenido, Alberto. ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, man, we have a Guatemalan takeover show coming up very soon, guys. This week coming, Guatemala FPL will be joining the Fantasy Pavilion. All right, so we move on to the other fixture one time. All right, don't forget, guys, this is the OFB and Fantasy Pavilion mashup. So, guys, if you wanna subscribe to each other's channel, let's build them up. This is your first time doing videos, right? So they'll started this week. Daquan, you would have done your first video.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Right? You're accustomed doing podcasting. So
Yeah.
go and show themselves up on Twitter, and as usual, every game week eve, they do a very good space. They bring some of the big pundits on, and it's always a nice discussion. I wish it'll be longer. I don't know why they're free to stay on for 4 hours. Like the other guys, right? Other guys, I was in a space for 3 hours, guys. With Dano, Dano brought me on a space. I don't know why he brought me on.
Dano is send me a request to be in a space right through, but every time he send me, I'm working. But Dano is the new doctor, I'm telling you.
I was inside a patient, literally inside a patient. I'm like, and I'm here, Jared. What's your thoughts on it? And I'm like, sorry, I said, just wrap up. And then I jump back in 3 hours. I was in this space for, but it was really cool. It was really right. So next up, right. So next up, we have the greatest team in London. Don't at me. No, okay.
West Ham.
Right? You're supposed to be showing your screen there, sir.
I'm showing. They're so great now, right? The greatest team in London. Bouncing back. Don't at me. Don't tell me anything. The greatest team in London. Arsenal versus Southampton. So, of course, double-digit figures for the man they call Ramsdale. He had 6 saves. Brought in some bonus points. Of course, the clean sheet points, he was amazing. And again, another 4-2 top of the line save, as usual, really good. Caballero coming in under the cush. Normally, very good reflexes. Normally, a really good keeper, but I guess, going up there in age. So, not much there to talk about with him. And Vic, run us through this one now. Who are the standouts, and who do you think we should be looking at going forward for both teams? And is it time to finally get rid of Livermore, or we keep him as a bencher?
Keep him as a bencher. I think you wouldn't get much value for that price point anywhere else. I know the one that I was looking at is the West Ham right back, Ben Johnson, I believe.
Right.
But he's injured now. So I think having had Livermore right from the start, I don't foresee myself taking him out because there's no one to take him out for, If you have him, if you got him for around 4.4, 4.5, then maybe you could switch him to Dalu, possibly. But other than that, if you have him from 4.2, 4.1, I don't see the need to take him out. In terms of...
sell him and bank the extra 0.5, before you go back down. Yeah.
In terms of Arsenal defense, though, Gabriel, to me, is always a threat aerially. But again, personally, I don't like to have players like that. I know earlier this season I had Duffy, who was a huge aerial threat, but that eventually dried up. But I really do like the look of Arsenal defense, and I've been seeing it for a long time. Arsenal have a really good defense. They're a good defensive team when they're not playing anybody in the top six. Ramsdale, a brilliant keeper. I have Ramsdale in my team, and I am so thankful to have him because the last few weeks he's been really, really good. Going forward, though, is a kind of conundrum because Odegaard is on some really, really good form, but he's only in good form because Smith Rowe got injured. And Smith Rowe is back now. So we don't know how that dynamic is going to go. If they're going to play with Saka, Odegaard, and Smith Rowe, who's going to drop, But I wouldn't look in the direction of the Arsenal forwards at all because between those three, I think you might as well have one of them. I personally have Smith Rowe, but I can't fault anyone for going for Odegaard. I can't fault anyone for going for Saka. But yeah, Odegaard is the form pick right now from Arsenal, in my opinion. And from Southampton going forward, I know some people have Broha, some people have Armstrong, but I don't think either of them are sure starts, and that would put me off. So I wouldn't touch anyone.
They actually got injured in the game, both of them.
Yeah,
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them got injured. Yeah.
So it's just
wow.
Adams now.
Mm-hmm.
You could take up on Nathan Redmond in that case because I feel he would play up front. But other than that, I don't see Southampton causing much problems going forward. So
Kevin, you know why I laugh when you say
Yeah,
Redmond?
I know why I love that.
Yeah, you know why? We've been talking about Redmond about 2-3 weeks now, just as a joke, like guys, Redmond looking good in the guy, but we know I've had Redmond back in the day. No.
yeah.
But he hasn't had a bad patch. He's been doing okay recently.
Recently.
So yeah, not too bad. We've been talking about him. Nathan Redmond, my goodness. And of course, a nice game here, a certain. So Norwich 0, Pinaldo 1. It was a close one. And big shocker, De Gea was the busier keeper than Krul. So Krul would have made 4 saves, and De Gea would have made 5 saves. And De Gea was in gripping form. My guy Pookie could have bowled him a few times. It was a good game. But as usual, another team that could not break down and destroy Norwich the way that they normally are. Let me see. I'll give this one to Vic. So Vic, run us through this one. Sorry, not Vic. Sorry, Daquan. Run us through this one. Daquan, who you think, like going forward? Well, I mean, I doubt you pick any Norwich players, but now that Manu, I'm not counting this as a manager bounce yet because they're not scoring much goals. 1-0 against Palace, 1-0 here. So who do we look at so far from the Manu asset?
Why? You really want to go through this game?
It have men that brought some points. I mean, a lucky point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, some points, but boy, I watched this game, and because I have Bruno Fernandes, right? I say, because I brought in Bruno for Son. I don't know why. So ask me why.
I brought in Rashford for Son, so same thing. Yeah.
And boy, I was frustrated watching that game. Bruno misplacing passes. Rashford running into men. I was like, what going on here, boy? Cristiano swiping the ball and missing. I was like, what's going on here? That was my
juju. That was my juju because I wanted.
It was really frustrating to watch. And Norwich, if they wasn't so good in the post, Norwich bagged them up. Norwich bagged them up. Right? It's a shot. I think it was Pookie who take the shot, and I see
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
And I see wham, hand going on. I was like, whoa, yeah, boy.
They had no right saving that. No right.
Yeah, jeez, I thought that was goal for sure.
I was ready to celebrate. Because I have Pookie. I was ready to celebrate. Oh my goodness.
Manu, to going forward, I think I will just watch Dalo and Telles, to be honest, because of their attacking threat on the as a fullbacks. Because I was actually before Son got injured, but not injured, I said injured. I mean, before that Tottenham game got called off, I had my plans were Telles and Dennis, right? And well, I had to take out Son because I don't know when next to go and play, and I didn't want to have a player who's 10, 11 million on my bench. So
Yeah, and then even if you get like 3 points from Bruno,
yeah,
that's only 1 point less than if Son didn't even play. Yeah, the same thing happened with me. Yeah,
so I say, you know what? Let me do that, and boy, big letdown. But Cristiano helped a lot of players there, although I wasn't expecting a penalty eventually.
Again, it was a weird weekend for penalties. Really was.
But anybody else in that match? Nah.
No.
Them two sides nah.
So, and well, we wouldn't stay too long on this one. I'll run through this one. We won't stay too long. So, my favorite goalkeeper, Pope, he would have. So, Burnley nil, West Ham nil. Shocker! I predicted this in one of the spaces, in Dano's spaces. I told those guys, once Burnley's playing, depending on who's playing, that's a 0-0. Just put defenders. Grab some defenders and put them in if you want to get some clean sheet points. Trust me. So said, so done. So Pope would have brought in 3 saves. You've gotten some bonus points there. That's how bad the game was. Keeper get 2 bonus points. Right? Fabianski, no arms, no save points there. That's to tell again how bad the game was. So he was not busy. I think he put on 1 decent save and that was it, but they're not counting it obviously. Because it wasn't enough to make points. Masayaku. So Dr. Buffon just made a great point there. Masayaku might be decent for bonus points. Right? That's a great point there. Just like Cody normally is for Wolves. That's why I have Cody. And again, well, yeah, that's it. Really not much to talk about. Luton with one of the bonus points. So yeah, this game was just a dead game. 0-0. And of course, again, another blank from Antonio. So Antonio excited everyone with his lucky assist last week. And now Salt again. So guys, before we move on from this game, do we keep Antonio? I'm keeping him because I have been patient since game week 1. I had him. I'm not jumping him yet.
I now bring him in. I keep him as well for now.
Yeah, so I do have him.
He didn't look bad. He didn't look too bad,
but I told Vic about Bowen. I told these guys Bowen is not going to get any points against this team. Bowen is going back on his usual mess, scoring on the big teams and then blanking.
Lanzini looking better than Bowen right now.
Yeah,
and he started now.
He is. And I really like Lanzini.
Yeah. You see,
I'm glad he actually get in the play any minutes now. Before he was a star all the time.
Yeah. But the thing with Bowen, I think what explains what I'm saying, Bowen. See, I seem like Burnley, not Bowen. But a team like City, Liverpool, a team like Arsenal even. Because they play Arsenal next, right? A free-flowing team. A team that's gonna play football.
Yeah, and then he sets up his teams to play these big teams.
Yes.
So they get in these positions to score. Because he got through against Liverpool and Chelsea.
One thing too with Bowen that you have to take into consideration. West Ham's 2 starting centre backs are out injured, right? We saw Bowen assist to Zuma, we saw Bowen assist to Ogbonna from corners, and Dawson and Diop are not Ogbonna and Zuma. So that's something to consider as well.
Correct. No, that's a great point. But Masiaku looked good, eh? He made some good runs. He was whipping his crosses. Yeah, he might be a decent shout if you want to sell Reese, so you want to.
He had the confidence from the goal last week, so.
Yeah, he was looking really good. He was looking good. And there's a great point here. So same thing with me, Tyron. Thanks for passing through, bro. Yeah, I have him since game week 1 and Vardy as well, so I'm not dropping them. I have them since game week 1.
Boy, them not gonna play Tottenham by Selena, boy.
Not good. Vardy playing.
No, but they might not have a match.
They might never match. Yeah. I think the game might. We'll see.
Yeah, we still have to wait and see.
When Pookie busts a brace in the next game, he will come on for me. That's not a problem. I'm worried. Right, so next up, speaking of Vardy, Leicester 4, Newcastle 0. Now, this was a prediction I made. I said 4-2, I believe, on the spaces there.
Yeah, because they actually get a clean sheet.
Yeah, actually, shocker. Against an informed Wilson. So 3 saves from Schmeichel.
Yeah, and I think that was more shocking than the 4-0. So
yeah,
the 4 goals.
Here for Dubraka. Dubraka was just letting them in. He was very busy. Let me give this one to Kevin. Kevin run through. Let us know who you think No, guys, before you jump on,
yeah.
right? Before you jump on, I was saying some in a FPL group of men, people saying, well, is it time to bring in Daka? Vardy mightn't play, blah, blah. No, he's just resting him for the fixture crunch, guys. Do not panic. Vardy is in his plans, and especially now that they're in the, I think they're now qualified for the conference, right? I think they dropped to the European conference now. They will Daka will play more of that, and Vardy be back in now when the fixtures start to normalize. So do not panic. I'm keeping Vardy for sure. Right? In this game, Vardy would have scored a hat trick. Let's be real. So yeah, Kevin, take it away.
Yeah, Tillemans is back. Everybody is happy to see that.
Sorry, that was loud.
Yeah. Yeah, you get 2 goals. I only saw the penalty. I missed the other goals. I was watching the Burnley West Ham game because I had Antonio. I didn't have anybody invested in this game.
Yeah,
Maddison's still on his informed streak. He was making some nice runs. The goal that he got was well deserved, I think. So yeah, Maddison is looking like the guy from this team right now, and he's a little. Even though you say don't worry about Vardy, Maddison is looking a little more fixed right now, right? Sure to play right now, right? Tillemans is always good, but again, his shots was the second goal or from outside the box. Oh, I know that's a specialty.
It was
Other than that,
but not far, but yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's a great player. So even though he sits in deep, he will still take the opportunity. So he's someone to look at. Not personally, I will go for him, but I am looking at Maddison. Daka looked really good, really threatening. I'm glad he got the full. Well, he got a lot of minutes at least, and Barnes as well. Barnes there as well. He's playing a little more wide, but you've seen him bringing in the 1 or 2 little returns. So Leicester attack looking good. I don't want to jump on the defense just as yet because it is Leicester. I think who came back? Godfrey and no, it's not Godfrey. Who's the 2 defenders they have? I can't remember. What they got back a defender.
Who's that?
You're referring to Thomas, I think, was out for a while too, you know.
Thomas.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think because they still have Pereira out as well too. He's
And
Okay.
Johnny-
No.
Yeah.
Now maybe I'm
Johnny
thinking
Evans.
about yeah. Now
Johnny
maybe I'm
Evans.
thinking about Everton. Yeah. But Johnny Evans, he got you injured, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hamstring.
Yeah. So again, problems in the back again, but look at the midfield. I find the midfield looking good. Vardy, he is getting rested, maybe because of age. I don't want to say. I don't know. But they have a lot of games to play.
The
So,
fixture crunch. Don't worry.
yeah,
I
the
and
fixture
Vardy,
crunch
we
and
talk-
the
yeah, fixture crunch.
yeah, and the stamina. So Newcastle again a little bit disappointing. Everybody wants the best for Newcastle, but they just couldn't produce the goods. It's almost something like condolences to any Newcastle players.
Yeah,
But
I just say
St. Maxim, he
condolences.
played good, but yeah, go ahead.
I just say condolences, Kevin. And guys,
Yeah.
you think this is it? You think that's the nail in the relegation coffin?
I do think so, you know. I think
No.
they have January. They have a transfer window to sort out.
And they have a
Depending
lot of cash to spend.
Depending on
yeah.
what happens in that transfer window, they would know. But January
think-
31st, we will know for sure.
I think what
everybody
they need to
wants
do-
the best for them. Everybody wants the best for them.
Yeah,
So-
what they need to do is see all these talented French players who don't start. I mean, I say French. So like the Coutinho's, the we know what I'm talking about.
The Garrett Bales.
Yeah, the probably I would say Eden Hazard. They ain't getting Hazard, but
Hey, they get more than Hazard
Please
doing
take
nothing right
him.
now, but he
Please
was
take
injured.
him.
He wasting time.
Please.
but you see those guys who not getting minutes,
Yeah.
and you know there's quality like Coutinho.
Right.
Those guys need guys who West Ham. I mean, Newcastle need to target. They'll get them cheap, and they'll get quality in the team. And Coutinho is proven in the Prem, so why not take a chance?
All right, I'll wait you there. All right. Tyrone, I need a front and center, bro, for this next match, Tyrone. Tyrone, where? I need a front and center. Center and front, Tyrone. We spoke about that particular guy. We said we're keeping him. I sold ESR and sold Bowen just before.
Did you
the
have something
game.
to play before?
Yeah. Just waiting for Tyrone. Tyrone, boy. Where my boy Tyrone. Hey, winner. We Henna. This.
Let's go!
Where's that goal?
Come on! Come on, Gallagher!
I was half asleep. I ain't lying to you because I worked a few nights recently, and when that went in, and then
Yeah, he lightened up
second
our
one.
chat with this, yeah.
Let's go! Gallagher double!
Galagoot, I like it. I like it. Galagoot. I love it, Alberto. I love it. Galagoot. Hey, the man in the legend boy. When that second goal went in, nothing. I jumped.
Boy, that was a
Oh, that
great
goal was a real good goal. Yeah, that was awesome. It was
And the thing is,
clean.
I was away editing this. My eyes was away editing the thumbnail for this. All it was Gallagher. I was like, yo, what? One time.
Nah, the man is a gem, boy. The man is a gem. No lie. The man is a
I know
gem.
you're glad. So, but we get into that just now. I'll ask you that question just now. So, of course, Guaita, so a guy that I always recommend on my top 5. He had 5 saves, so he rounded off with 3 points there. Pickford, 3 saves, so round off with 2 points. Not too bad. Normally he's mistake Banton, but I don't think he was at fault. And it's more of it. Gray was at fault badly for one of the goals. Yeah, Gray didn't have a hot game at all. So let me give this one back to Vic now. So Vic, run us through this one now. And let us know your thoughts. And Diego, and you let us know what you think. So you think Gallagher definitely coming back to Chelsea, and we have a year left at
Definitely.
Palace.
What do you mean if he definitely come back to Chelsea? He definitely come back to Chelsea. Chelsea own. If I don't see Gallagher starting next
get
season,
some minutes.
if I don't see Gallagher starting next season, me and Thomas Tuchel will be fighting on the pitch.
Before this game, I honestly thought, like looking at Palace, because I watched a lot of Palace this season, and before this game, I honestly thought Gallagher reminded me a lot of when Loftus-Cheek was on loan at Palace. They were producing this, they were doing the same kind of things, but now Gallagher just take it to the next level, boy. He just take it to the next level, and as a Gallagher owner, I'm so glad I kept him.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I kept him. In terms of Everton assets, I would highly recommend you do not go for anyone from Everton because they look horrible. They look horrible. I know.
Yeah, I thought after the bounce last week, I thought they would have get some encouragement, you know. But they get put back in the place here.
Arsenal just not good.
It's like to give them confidence. We are the confidence boosting team. That's all. That's us. That's us. You ain't scoring 5 in 5 game weeks. Come now, man. You get a goal, man. You strike on a drought for a year. Come on, score a goal, man. You ain't winning in 10 game weeks. Come on, win your match. That's nothing, man. We are confident boosters. That's what we like to do.
Our friends have.
Yeah. But Palace have some nice options, you know. It's just that you're not sure whether Edward or Benteke are gonna start, and that's something that really putting me off. And then Zaha, he's an okay-ish player to have.
Just too expensive.
Yeah, why would you have Zaha when you have Gallagher there, you know? So
and they play Ayew all the time, and then Ayew just hitting straight to the keeper.
Yeah,
all the time.
He playing right wing, and you know he can't really cross properly and things. So Gallagher is the man from this team.
And you know, didn't Jared talk about Will Hughes starting this game week in his space?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, and we were saying that if Will Hughes starts, that Gallagher will get forward more. And and look at that. Yeah, you look at that.
Yeah, no, I can't take credit for that. I have to, and I'm gonna get that guy on the show. Actually, he's a Crystal Palace fan. He's a season ticket holder, and the same Dano space, he jumped on and gave some, and he was the reason I kept Gallagher. Saying, you know what? All right, if Gallagher not playing deep, I'll keep him, and that was that. So he's actually coming onto the space, you know, trying to get fans like that. They will see things that we can't see, and that was brilliant insight. That saved my whole career.
It was
whole career. Hey, Javid, big up, man, Javid.
Hey, Javid, man.
The man, the legend, man. FPL Dagger. How you going, bro? Yeah, so that saved my whole game. Gallagher was really the good. Gallagher. So of course we come to the end of the preview round and the fixtures for the review of game week 16. So what we like to do now is the most fun thing ever. We like to show our teams how we did, right? So I will show mine first, of course. Hey, who's this stranger?
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
You come to show off the team. You come to show off the team.
You come to show off your 100 points something, man. Let me see.
I wish. Let me send a screenshot one time.
Your green arrows.
No, boy, I red arrows this week, boy. Gallagher destroyed me.
Yeah, Buffon. Hey, I'm gonna bring him onto the show, Buffon, very soon. We're gonna and I'm gonna try and have more fans like him come on. You know, yeah, Aston Villas and stuff. I have an Aston Villa fan lineup to come on. I have fans like that to come on to help give us some good insight. Let me see. Javid, just a note, Juan is blight. Of course, but we saying that. How long I saying that? Javid, he heavy. Dequan is very heavy. How long I saying that?
Javid, don't
Huh?
blame,
How
don't
long I
blame
say-
your problems on me, please. Don't blame your problems on me, please.
Hey.
How
Thank you.
long now I telling Dequan that in every
I
speech,
agree with that,
boy.
Javid. I agree with that.
Wow, Vic. Wow,
You
wow.
heavy. Look, your own brethren, and you know you're better than me.
I
Hey.
tell these fellas what to do, and then
Yeah, but I realize when you take a certain player, that player just drop form just so
me and Bright
high.
nobody for the longest while,
I
eh?
wonder if
Right.
Rich James get blight, boy, because I feel like Rich James since game week 13 is just failure, boy. Failure.
Oh Lord. All right, let me bring up my team there. Oh no, wrong thing I shared there. Stop sharing. Oh, yeah, we could do Kevin on Kevin, you should do yours quick as it's up already.
Yeah, so I had a hard week this week.
It didn't
With
come up
Spurs
yet,
and stuff. Yeah, but before because of
right?
I made early transfers and then after I had to fix the early transfers. I had to bring in Son and then I had to transfer him out. So I had a -8 on top of my I got like 54 points this week. So that brought me straight down to the average. All right. Summing up it.
I didn't see 18 come up as yet though.
Stream, yeah. Is that the share again? No, Shane.
Okay, the butter. Announced that. My bad. Right, boom.
Right.
Right, so run
So
us through your
Sanchez,
choices
yeah,
there.
Sanchez and goal. I wasn't gonna. My backup was Foster, so I already had nobody to come on, right? But I wasn't gonna take a next negative for a goalkeeper.
Correct.
James and Thiago, both of them disappoint. As I said, the centre backs were doing good for Chelsea, but this time it was for Rudiger. Cancelo and Arnold, bonus points, clean sheets. Cancelo out for this week, but I mean, I will be holding them. It's just 1 week and it's a short week, so. Foden, I was holding on to Foden. I'm actually glad he just came on just to give me the 1 point because as you can see, I'm nothing on my bench. Bernardo with the lucky assist, or was Captain Salah.
Always.
Rashford was my punt for Son. As I said, if I took a -4 hit and Son didn't play, I would have gotten just 1 extra point. So at least I have a Man U player on my team now. Rashford, out of all the people that I could afford, he was the one with the most minutes and the safest bet for me to bring in, right? I couldn't really get up to Bruno Fernandes. Rashford playing a little bit out of position, a little higher up the pitch, a little wide for my liking, but at the same time, with their fixtures, I really needed a Man U player in. Antonio and Dennis I brought in since he was 5.2 over King, and he's been bringing any good. So he saved my game week, in a sense. Antonio with the fixtures, I keep him as well. As I say, nothing from the bench. Tony. So right now I have Tony that could have a 1.20 million. So my options are James to Robertson or Tony to Watkins. Those are between my choices right now for this week. So
All right, boom. All right, so Shamir, as you come in there, I will bring up your team real quickly. Kwan
Yeah,
and Vic,
pressure.
you're sharing up or you just want to
Yeah.
run through? Right, so I'll Shamir one up here. Let me just remove, right. Bam. Shamir,
Yeah. Well, I
take it
mean,
away.
it's an average game week for me up until Palace and Madison did some wonders in the late games now, boy. So my backline was decent. I had it double Chelsea. James since game week 13 has been horrendous. I think it's due to the fact that Chelsea having some injuries in middle of the park, and then Mount coming back to kind of take that creative role away from the wing backs. So I'm looking at, I don't know if I want to move away from the double Chelsea, but the options to go from him to somebody else in terms of attacking output, and I'm not too sure yet because I already have a triple Liverpool. So yeah, so I was glad for the back line of Trent and Cancelo with Alonso with assists. Ramsey is a great pick since early. Since 4.5, racking any points for him. Salah, ACS. I kept Rafinha, right, against better judgment from everybody else, and he did something good. 7 points, that was great. Jota, I mean, he's injured out, but he's a good player to have still for his fixture run once fit. Bernardo's was a punt moving down from Son. So I was glad I picked him over Foden because he got the assist from that penalty, right? Was a penalty end? Yeah. King over Dennis. I don't know, boy. I seen this thing called. All watching this thing, Grass FC over Analytics FC.
Real battle right now.
Yeah, real back and forth. Right now, I pass the Analytics FC in a sense because I have King. Hit the post, Dennis come and score within a minute afterwards.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And Antonio over anybody else really for fixtures, and he didn't have a okay game, so I'll hold on to him for now and see how it goes from there. I'm a bench, Smith Rowe, Livramento, Tony. I have to move on Tony this week. I think that'll be my transfer. That's my plan. And I didn't take a hit this weekend, which I was glad for, and I don't think I'll look into take any fixtures again. Any hits, for the next foreseeable fixtures. Fingers crossed though, for like COVID and stuff and injuries and things like that. But yeah, that's my team.
Yeah. You was talking about Jota coming with. I forgot he might be a bigger part to play.
Yeah, well he so he is going to be leading the line, but I worry that the output we have in as a Liverpool attack for that little AFCON period, 2-3 games now. But if Liverpool going to score goals, are going to come from Jota and
if Firmino back.
Well, Bobby will be back as well, right? But I mean, I'm looking more at Jota to be the clinical finisher, right? And then Trent and Robertson for the wings, and you might see some goals popping up from the midfield as well, and maybe even I'll set out like the source like Origi, like
or
he may
false
be
nine Ox in a false nine because he plays
Nah,
false nine.
I don't see Ox continuing our role, to be honest with you. He struggled a bit in the game that I watched over the weekend. In terms of he doesn't have that natural connection with Salah and Mane playing that false nine. That's that false nine role that Jota has. So I don't see him continuing that role. He's not as effective there as somebody else.
Right.
So his minutes might go back down to the attacking midfield, a kind of higher 8 kind of thing. So yeah.
Fair enough. All right, cool, solid. Thanks for your bravery. We always appreciate that. Juan. There we go.
Right. So you all see I got below average. Horrible game week. Horrible game week for me. Yeah. I brought in Dennis for Jimenez. And I brought in Fernandez for Son, which I really didn't want to do, but I don't know how I end up there. Alright. I thought Kone would a pass fit, didn't. And Gundogan, Bowen. I tell myself, Bowen ain't gonna get a points in them. I still keep him. Don't know why. Wilson actually thought Wilson would have done something against Leicester because they know Leicester so leaky, and I wasn't expecting a clean sheet, especially when Johnny Evans came off. I was saying, all right, cool, Wilson gonna get points here now, and nothing. And you see that Chelsea double up I have there, I need to get rid of one of them because it's frustrating now. It's really frustrating.
But again, everybody's getting rid of them. But who we getting rid of? The James who was before, or the cheaper one?
I don't know.
That's why your funds permitting, right? So your funds permitting. But what are the options? All you have any options in mind moving in from? Because they are pricey, right? So if you was to move on James, who are you moving them on for?
Yeah, as I say, I will be going to Robertson. My James will go straight to Robertson.
So then if I Dublin and Liverpool.
Yeah.
I actually thinking about moving into Amani fullback.
Dalo
or Telles.
Yeah. Well, I will quicker go at Dalo than Telles only because probably in terms of rotation, but it depends on how Shaw looking in training.
Nah, Shaw horrible right now. Shaw horrible right now.
Shaw need the break.
Yeah, and then Telles the better bet if you're looking at like corners and free kicks and things. He on those set pieces.
That's a good
shout. Yeah, that's a good shout.
But other than that, and I'm actually looking to probably get out Gundogan this game week. Coming here. And I don't know who I'm going to bring in from.
Jumping on Bernardo with everybody else, or
I know why.
Or you taking the beating from everybody's session.
No, if there's one thing going on, real unlucky because
he is.
I think he came off and the penalty was just after he came off. So he missed those points now, boy.
Yeah, and then you see, as I said earlier on live, that KDB's back, so I don't know how that's gonna affect Bernardo. So I don't think I want to move on to Bernardo yet. I might be losing out on points, but who knows? And then Manu have some COVID cases now. I don't know if you all know.
Yeah, we had to see
And
who
Villa.
I heard some
out.
talk. I heard some
And
talk.
Villa.
And Villa. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on in that game because I Fernandez and Kevin have Rashford.
Rashford, yeah.
So who knows and about that game?
What-
So we go see.
How and when would the team tell us? Because up to now we still even know when Spurs if they're playing and who
Yeah, sure.
actually from Spurs. There's been a whole week
That's
and
a
we
good,
don't know
that's a
from
good
Spurs
point,
yet.
you know. We had to stay on the Twitter and see what the updates looking like.
Yeah.
That's why I do it.
Yeah.
I been touch and
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
right
same
now.
here.
Yeah.
I don't feel as though Leicester Spurs game will go off, you know, because they turn around so fast between
Yeah,
Brighton
too
and
fast,
Spurs
yeah.
versus
Yeah.
this one here.
Yeah.
That amount of time not making sense. And they already started precedent of cancelling games now.
Yeah.
Unless
So they will
Son
they will postpone
spread
this
the
game.
unless Son spread the antidote, the 1 day antidote with COVID.
Yeah,
You know?
true.
So, yeah.
But like Dr. Buffon could bring up a good point there.
Let's leave it up. That's a brilliant question. Answer
Yeah.
that question for me now, Shamir. Since you're the Liverpool expert.
No, well, I mean, if it's a betting man, go for it. Yeah, because Newcastle looking absolutely horrendous, boy. I don't know, boy. I had some hope in them, you know, to stay up, but no, I don't feel like they're staying up. Defensively, unless they get some signings in January, they're gonna be a tough going for them for the rest of the season.
Well,
So if you're a betting man, bet on it. Go ahead.
I see that they actually want to bring in Sven Botman in January. So who knows?
That'll be a nice signing.
But
Yeah.
what about I want to cause some controversy. If I was Klopp, this might be a good game to give Salah a rest.
Yes,
No?
yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah,
Nah, Salah don't like rest
Nah.
something. He don't believe
Nah,
in
it's not a
anything,
rest
boy.
here, brother.
He had no rest. He like rest, especially on the kind of form he in. He's sweating
Yeah.
for 60 minutes and coming off. If that's the rest he want to get 30 minutes now, boy. He don't rest
Rest
something. He's a
nothing.
beast. And especially how he goes 7th in Ballon d'Or rankings, ridiculous. He wanted. I feel he wanted.
Well, all right.
so you don't
Buffon,
I
if
even
you
think of
got
that. Yeah, true. Yeah.
if you got
Yeah,
telling
he
you that Buffon, triple him. Why not?
Yeah.
Running.
He go strong.
Running.
Vic, your team ready?
yeah. Yeah.
Share mine's last because I want to show the guy who's
So-
on top of our league one time. Right.
So
Run it
this
away.
week, for the first time in 10 game weeks, I get a green arrow. It
Alright.
was a very small green arrow, but you know how it's go. And you know, I started with Smith Rowe and Vardy, but neither of them played. So I benched Livramento, but both had to come on. I was really hoping Smith Rowe would have come off the bench and at least get a point so that James wouldn't end up there, but you know, so it's go. Odegaard was on form, so Smith Rowe didn't come off at all. But yeah, Ramsdale 11, Trent 9, Cancelo 7, Rudiger 9. I was really, really, really glad I went with Rudiger. You know, we discussed it on the space on Thursday, and you know, that really sealed it for me. But you know, coming in after this morning, I was real vexed. I thought, you know, boy, this FPL thing is a scam, boy. I was ready to done. And then Gallagher come over and pull off that
I
last
think
minute.
everyone who plays FPL has go through that every weekend.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Gallagher come and pull off the last minute stunner, stop my red arrow rot. It would have been 10 red arrows in a row if he hadn't scored that. But yeah, so all in all, 75 points, and I already made my transfer. I actually took out Vardy and I went Ronaldo. That was before I learned about the COVID outbreak here.
Right.
So Vardy mightn't play, Ronaldo mightn't play this midweek. So
Yeah, for sure.
that's something to look
And I
at.
think you catch your price rise because I saw his price rise
Yeah,
this
yeah.
tonight.
That's why I did it. I did it Saturday night because I know that Ronaldo that rise, Vardy that drop. I wasn't going through that, so that's why I did Vardy to Ronaldo there.
So
Other than
guys.
that, I would keep James for one more week because he has Everton, and the way Everton looking, If he can't get at least 1 point against Everton,
Yeah,
there's
boy.
something wrong.
Something wrong. Correct.
Something wrong.
Correct.
So guys, I was since we on that topic just now there with FPL always giving us stress. I was talking to Java this week, and he was saying, you guys feel when we know our 40s or 50s, you think we will still play in FPL with all the stress?
You see why not?
Honestly speaking, I feel like I may.
Well, if the stress don't kill us before then yeah.
Yeah, I mightn't be as involved as I am now, but I definitely will be playing still, just for the fun of it, you know.
Yeah, I think it'll be something fun. Imagine in the retirement home and all they
Yeah.
gather around the chess table and they, hey boy, bam. People
You know
captain
that those
boy.
those meditation videos? We had to do a FPL meditation video
Yeah,
Right?
boy.
Yeah.
for the end of game weeks.
That's actually a great idea, actually.
Or even a event space.
Event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so thank you to Gallagher, and of course, thank you to JGFPL, our Crystal Palace fan, who will be coming on the show very soon. Thank you very much. I cannot take any credit at all. So I was at 84K, dropped to 1K
Papa,
because
you.
of everyone with the Ronaldo and all that back up now at 78K, taking that. Right, so of course, I'm holding on to him. Wolves are playing Brighton next, so that's a no-brainer there. James Blanc Cancelo did something great before, he did it equal, just a clean sheet. Trent, clean sheet and bonus, always captain Salah, Rafinha, Bernardo, Fred, and Gallagher. I take a
Wait,
few points from Fred.
what
Oh
was that
yeah,
fourth one
I
you
was not
say?
gonna
Yeah,
I
I
was
was not
not
watching
gonna
Fred
ask.
there.
Freddie
Yeah,
said
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I keep him for a little while. Have a nice patch of games and games that he will thrive in. I
But he was
remember.
there last week, or?
No. He wasn't there.
Oh.
In the what live it was? What match? Remember one of the watch alongs? I stood up on live TV and defended Fred as a player against how much ever people was on me that Fred is this, Fred is that. A lot of man were in the chat, and and then Fred went on to a good 2-game patch there. All right, he playing Brentford next. I feel he might be the key because Brentford is a sticky game if it plays. Right?
Mhm.
Of course, nothing for Pookie, nothing for Mansour, just the bench salt. Cody is starting for me next week. For sure. I'll get a clean sheet points because Brighton likes to go for nil-nils these days. And yeah, that's it. So I think, and let's just bar talk our that guy. I would like to bar talk quickly. So of course, our league, the league that is connected to the channel, Kevin, boy, whoo, pressing a quarter
Yeah.
overtake you, boy. Woo.
Yeah, he and
Pressure
I
on the
fighting for
cam, boy.
second now, yeah. I
Yeah,
still up
yeah,
there though.
yeah.
Yeah.
71. All right. So Stefan had Ramsdale. He had Trent, James White. Okay, he had Mbuemo, lucky bastard. He had Jota, Bernardo, Salah, King. Right, he picked the wrong Watford striker, Ronaldo and Antonio. All right, solid. And he know always the captain Salah. Very smart boy. And he now is 64K. Well, all right, as usual, Stefan, we do not wish you the best, but thank you for keeping the seat warm for Kevin at least, because I'm nowhere near coming after you guys. But thanks for keeping the seat warm, man. All right, so what we'll do now, we'll quickly jump. Yeah, Christopher, for real. That Brentford is gonna be a very tough game. People watching Brentford, but Brentford looking real tough.
they're not
So
good,
what
boy.
we'll do now, we will dive right now into our review now of game week 17. Because as you guys
Preview.
know, the
Preview.
preview of game week 17. Because as you know, the fixture crunch is mad. We wouldn't have time to be doing episodes right through. I am working tomorrow night, so I will not be able to do anything. So we're gonna do it right now. I'm glad Shamir jumped on. So as we know, we normally split up the guys, and we have a team that do away, a team that does the home team. So what I'll do, I'll just host and I'll split you guys up. So Daquan and let me see how it's falling here. Right. So Daquan and Vic, you all could do the home teams, and Kevin and Shami, you all do the away teams now, right? So what we'll
Yeah.
do, you'll just give us the 2 best assets from each team that you'll think that makes sense going forward, right? So we have Brentford, Manu. If it please, who are the assets that people should be looking at to bring in the team? If it please, you all can start Daquan and Vic.
Good enough, Vic. Yeah, your boy
So
and team.
I would say if you have Mbomo, I would hold him. Other than him, I don't see anyone else, But yeah, I'll go with Mbomo for Brentford. Kwan?
I feel the same. I don't think there's anybody else on the team, to be honest, other than Bimo. So yeah.
Nobody from defense, boy. Janssen
Nah.
scoring some goals,
You buy Janssen, huh?
yeah. Against the Man U side, yeah. I might try him.
Yeah.
Try it, man. Try it.
Yeah.
Captain
I
him,
might
no.
try him. Yeah.
Pinnock looking good. Gurus, because on our space as well. I had to predict some players, and I told them about Gurus. Gurus assisted depend. I told them about Janssen. I told them about Wisa. Wisa looked good, even though he just provided that body. Just that body there to cause trouble. It wasn't bad at all.
The left back too. I know they call Rico Henry.
Yeah, Rico Henry.
He's good. He's real good. He's real good.
Yeah. Right, who you have for the away team? Who you have for Man U if it plays off?
Lysol to stop the spread of COVID.
Right, that's a good shot.
Yeah, good one.
You triple captain Lysol.
Yeah.
I think I will go with Greenwood. He came on, he was a little present, but he a little bit informed before maybe you get a few more minutes in this game. So I'll look at Greenwood.
I'll just go Darlow based on budget. I feel like there's a lot of people have like a lot of money invested in like the midfield and defense and like the bigger hitters now. So like Darlow could be a nice little fifth option as for your defense. And he'll get minutes. He does fit this the system they're trying to play right now. I don't know how rotation risky is, for long term, but that was a good pick to have right now for Man U. The good pictures they have. So yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Norwich versus Aston Villa. This could be a nice one, Pookie could get something here. What you all think, Vic and Daquan? This could be a decent one.
Yeah, right. For Pookie, yeah.
For Pookie, yeah. I don't know, Pookie boy.
Even Krul is a good shout, because Krul bagging them save points like it's nothing.
The left back not that bad, no. What's his name? Giannis?
Yeah,
he's not bad, no. Yeah, he's not bad.
Yeah, he's good.
And he got some assists not too long ago. Yeah, I think he assisted Pookie in the game before Man U. I could be wrong. I think so.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And I don't know if he gonna start because Brennan was just out because he played Man U. So, but other than that,
Max Aaron's playing good too.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Max Aaron's,
I don't know if I would trust him in my team now.
Yeah, boy, you can see that penalty.
Yeah.
So, but he's a good player, for sure.
Right. Who you'll have for Villa?
You want to have for Villa?
I might go with Martinez. Pookie will be shooting. I think Martinez might be able to get some save points there. And once you keep it up, save points plus clean sheet. But I know Pookie will be firing. So I'm picking the counter for Pookie Martinez.
He's a good keeper. You're pricey too, bro.
Yeah.
I'll go Ollie. He had a good game against Liverpool. He always loved to play against Liverpool. And I feel as though because he's playing Liverpool, he didn't have that kind of service that he's normally get. Liverpool kind of swarmed the midfield in a sense, right? Villa's in back a lot, so he didn't have chance to really shine. Yeah, Christopher, you're right. Cash is the next one too. He's great on a right back side. Those are my two picks for Villa, Cash and Watkins.
All right, solid. All right, so a good game now. City versus Leeds. I think this one will be very exciting. I can't wait to see Leeds. And I'm keeping Rafinha for this one. I don't care. I think I'll roll in my transfers. Who will have for City?
Good, Vic?
I would say Phil Foden, actually. Now, Bernardo get you this week, right? But I was saying that Jesus possibly has a knock. And if so, they might rearrange the team, whether it's KDB going to play the false nine, or whether it's Foden playing the false nine, or Foden playing on the left-hand side in place of Grealish. So I would say that. Other than that, Ruben Dias, since Cancelo is out, I think Ruben Dias, he kind of goes under the radar, but he always, racking up those clean sheet points and some bonus as well if it's a low scoring game. Which is likely not to be, but
Yeah. For me, I'll be because I expecting Pep to rotate here because the turnover is so quick now. And I think the player to watch in this game is Riyad Mahrez. Yeah, he'd be fresh, looking to score some goals, get some assists, provide whoever with some returns. And also, well, KDB, once he starts, returns are given. So that's my two players.
All right, solid. I might bring in Mahrez on my C team. I think that's a nice shout. I like that. All right, TL. Not to be confused with my drafts, I have a different team. Shamir and Kevin, Leeds. Why Rafinha and how much Rafinha bagging against City? There we go.
I'm hoping for double pointer, because Cancelo out, so I don't need clean sheet points, right?
Right. I love it.
Double
I like
point. Yeah, that's my logic. Because I don't think he if you have him inside, I don't feel as though you should take him out only because you have other fires to put out now. COVID wrecking people's sides. So you have like other transfers to make, and you shouldn't waste it on a Rafinha who would start against a Man City team. And for the worst, I get 2 points now. Unless he gets sent off for them, right? But yeah, so he has to start, he has to play, keep him in the side, don't move him on, right? I think as he'll cause Zinchenko a lot of trouble on our left hand side, right? He didn't look the best when Man City played. Who they played again? Who the weekend? I can't remember.
Wolves?
He didn't look the best. He didn't look the best in terms of defensively, because he could be troubled a lot. So I'll keep him definitely keep him. And then next option could be Tyler Roberts up top. He get involved. He up and about. Playing a Bamford role. He's a good little shout to have for this game week.
I will go with James. James, he'll be trouble on them. I mean, he have the energy, he have the pace, so you just be going at them all the time, even if it's just a pulley play. But I'll look at James on that. I'm not really looking at anybody in the defense.
Definitely.
They're still very, very licky in the back. But James. I'll go James.
I saw Foden had a XG of 0.8 in 30 minutes. I probably saw that stat.
Yeah.
So that's a good shot, Victor. Foden might mark you something in this game week. I feel as though he might play on the left.
I just need him to play. That's the only thing. I just need him to play the whole game.
Yeah, I think my play as on the left right and force 9, but I could be wrong.
What was King's XG before this game? All right.
I didn't say anything else,
King hit the
XG
post.
point about 6 point something, but all right, we'll move.
If King didn't hit the post, then I wouldn't have scored.
Team football.
Yeah.
I just play it. I like to cause trouble. I just play it. Next up, Brighton Wolves. Of course, we know it's gonna be 0-0. But who do we? Or Mope might score a last-minute goal as usual. Who do you have for Brighton? Now, the reason I like to go through these things, right, Vic and Declan, because remember too, you have a good bench. So it's good to have these kind of low, cheap guys. You never know a Lamptey.
I'll give you
just
wrong.
have these cheap men on your team. It's good to have these guys on your team. So who you have for Brighton?
And you said that it possibly might be a low scoring game, but who knows? Because
you never know.
Lewis Dunk is out.
Yeah, I believe Webster is out as well. I'm not too sure. Could be wrong on that one.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jimenez not there.
Jimenez out too,
Yeah, but
ridiculous.
But Huang,
I talk about the red card because that was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, but Huang is a great option on the counter. So
well, I would say Robert Sanchez. I think this is the kind of game where if it really is 0-0, pull off a few saves and get a few bonus points.
Right.
Yeah. And for me, well, I love Leandro Trossard. I find he's a really nice player.
Is he back out or he's still injured?
I'm not too sure. He was injured. I didn't even know. I didn't even know. But
he probably could be back out. He could be back out.
Yeah, he's just yellow, so he might be back out there.
Yeah, he might be back out.
Oh yeah, he played today. Okay, he played the full 90. Okay.
He played
Yeah,
today,
what's the
but
son?
Brighton didn't play. But
How you go play? Oh, yeah.
Oh
he
yeah,
could
no,
play.
he didn't play. Oh yeah, that was the last game. Because I was watching the
Yeah,
90
it was
minutes.
when the other boy was on
Yeah, I
knocked
was watching the
out,
90 minutes.
Yeah, it should be big. But that's the player I like from Brighton. If I
Of
have to
course.
target a Brighton player, it's be Leandro Trossard and Lamperty. Yeah, for sure, Lamperty. That guy going forward, he's just a threat boy. So if I have anybody, I'll watch. It will be those two guys.
Solid. Right. And you recommended Sanchez, right? Very cool. So Sam,
Yeah.
Shamir and Kevin, who we back in, and why is it Adama Traore? Is it his time to shine?
The Wolves attack not really that great right now.
Yeah, boy.
It's more the defensive options. So just like the Lamperty, I'll choose Altnori. That's the same price range,
Yeah,
same low.
yeah.
Yeah, same attacking threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that
Like for
earlier.
like, yeah. So they
He
like for
real
like
solid, boy.
for both
Yeah,
teams.
he's a
Like.
good option.
So if Lamperty on one side, I'll Altnori on the next. So I'll go Altnori.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know we're talking defensively for Wolves, but I feel as though up top, I saw Jimenez out. You may see Porens come in, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for him.
And that's a real left field choice. But Porens could be somebody to cause some kind of trouble in that Brighton defense, right? He has the pace to stretch the defense, going behind the defense. So I feel as though Porens is a good shout for Wolves.
Yeah. Even Trincao.
Yeah.
Trincao, yeah.
So I
Once
feel
they
as
play,
though
but I know Podence got more. Podence played in last game week
that's
or
what I'm
something.
saying. Yeah, so I feel as though Porens is agreed.
Deco and
You
the
see it?
CEO Max faded it, man.
Yeah.
Nah, boy. If it's one right back, I walk about Chelsea is Liverpool. Shouldn't even go.
Ooh, yeah. Good shout. All right,
Nah, but
next
Lammy
up.
Lam, he's a good shout to get back.
He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, boy.
It's the injuries. That's why both.
Yeah, his injury. But I really like Liverpool, boy. Really like Liverpool.
Yeah, both of them great, yeah.
Yeah.
And next up, another 0-0. As I said, once Bernie playing these kind of teams, for sure, 0-0. But we still had to go through the motions. A cheap keeper Pope, a little Luton, something.
Nah.
I don't know. How are we looking for this? How are we looking for this game?
I disagree with you there, man. I don't think this.
I know you have a PhD in Burnley, so let me hear. Take it away.
Watford can't click no clean sheets, and my boy Christopher Wood. Wood. That is my pick because if you look at the Watford versus Brentford game, right? We saw Janssen, get a goal, but where Janssen get a goal from? A set piece, right? And Watford looked very leaky. I think they had a guy called Good or something like that in the Brentford team. He had a few shots on target from set pieces, and if it's one way Burnley could score goals is from set pieces, and the one man that they have that is dangerous is Chris Wood. So I think this time for the man to show up, and I think this is the game where Chris Wood could thrive.
So this is when you're captaining him, this game?
Triple captain, just kidding.
I love it.
Nah. We're not doing that. We're always cap Salah, but put Chris Wood in that team there.
Yeah, right. I agree with Vic. Chris Wood for sure. Who's been up top of Chris Wood these days?
Since Corny injured, is G. Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Vigil, come on.
I thought it was Vigil who's starting.
Nah, he's super soft for them, I look like.
He came on,
Yeah. And there's even I would watch Drake McNeil because who gonna provide the crosses?
The ball,
Exactly.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, so there's the two players there.
Solid.
Yeah, Goodmanson too, but I mean he's more of a threat.
Yeah.
And why Dennis for Watford, guys?
Well, Watford can't keep a clean sheet, so they had an attack. So, and they do not through Dennis.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You man said Dennis Jimenez, yes, you're right.
Dennis.
Yeah, you're right.
Man.
Yeah, you man
Wasn't
right.
no trouble.
Let me tell you,
to my team, to my FPL team.
But look at the Twitter debate. Look at the Twitter. You saw the Twitter meltdown that he caused because he scored, King didn't score an XG. The same thing he brought up to me. It was a lot. It was real toxic.
No,
I had
ridiculous,
dropped
boy, ridiculous.
about 3 game weeks ago. I had dropped Vardy for Dennis. Both of them scored the same amount, right? And then, but straight after, Dennis keeps scoring. He keeps scoring every game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boy. I
so,
don't know,
yeah.
boy.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Different, boy, different, boy.
So
All
yeah,
right,
Dennis,
So
yeah.
you and Dennis are going king, right? Because I mean, you gotta
Yeah.
go
boom.
one or the other, right?
Yeah, one or the other,
Anybody
yeah.
else, right? Unless,
Or both.
Must
but
shine.
if you go both, right, and the both of them actually perform, you'll be a real lucky person in FPL, you know, because
Well, Antonio have
Antonio went up
Yeah.
both on them, yeah.
Antonio have both
Yeah.
of them. Yeah.
I have
Next
Dennis
up,
on my side
I
and
feel I might
King
go
on
both of them,
my
you know,
other one.
because
Yeah.
I might go
yeah,
both of them. You
depend
know,
on the
never know.
team. I don't see why not. King could
Yeah,
assist, get a goal, Dennis a goal. Yeah, could work.
Yeah.
One on
Let's see them.
penalties and one from open play. So
Yeah.
Risky, boy.
So next up, Crystal Palace versus Southampton. This could be a very interesting game. Now, Southampton are riddled with injuries right now. Caballero is in the post. They don't have the two main strikers. I think Che Adams will be the main man right now. And of course, Crystal Palace at home have been very solid all season. Right? They've been playing really, really well. Could we get another Conor Gallagher masterclass here, guys? What do you think, Vic and Daquan? Of course, I'm not picking him. I will my slight pick,
Galagoat.
yeah, my Gallagher. Yes, my slight pick might be Gurhi or Mitchell, like those kind of guys. Because they've been coming into the fold and doing well.
They
And
have.
of course, Guaita's not a bad shout as well for your save
Yeah.
points. So who you'll
They
have,
have.
Crystal Palace?
Christian Benteke. Once he starts,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he
for
didn't
sure.
start today. Yeah.
Yeah, once he starts, I think he's a threat. And
How
well,
about Zaha, boy?
Gallagher's, of course. Zaha, who's that, boy?
Yeah, Zahu? Zahu? Who's that? Nah.
I like
That's what Crystal Palace is asking the same question, you know.
I like Eche more, boy.
Yeah.
You see, Eche, I like Eche more than Zaha. Zaha, you know,
he's
man.
good.
But one thing to note, right, and the reason I wouldn't bring in a Palace defender at all, and especially for this game week, is these men can't defend set pieces for nothing. And Southampton have the best set piece taker, well, one of, if not the best set piece taker in the league. So I ain't bringing in no
Well, it's
Palace
shocking,
defender
because Palace have like the kind of size these men have now. The defenders are ridiculously big.
That's it.
Like, yeah, Anderson and Guy is huge.
They're huge.
Yeah, but the problem is they have no
Yeah.
small man to come and draw the penalties or draw the free kicks or nothing.
True.
So they're not getting a chance to do these set pieces.
Yeah.
They're not drawing no fouls.
And defending the set pieces, like, they're horrible. Like.
Yeah, boy. I don't know.
So I think, I wouldn't go for a defender here because of the threats that Southampton would have from set pieces.
Fair enough. All right, and who we have for Southampton? Who is a tough one I give all there?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean,
You
we called his name
remember
earlier, so I'll go with Redmond, yeah.
Yeah,
Since we talked about him earlier.
Yeah.
This look like they have nobody up in front, so he might have to push a little higher up.
Yeah.
So yeah, he might have a chance.
I'll go with an ex Chelsea man, or just a Chelsea man. Borja, I think, or Borja, how is pronouncing my name? He Amado, I think his name is. Yeah, he's 5 million. He could be a good enabler for your team for other moves and stuff like that, right? So I feel as though he could be a good shout to have in the team against a Palace side, like you say, who could be conceding on their day now. So he's a good shout to have in his
Well, he came off injured in the last game.
Yeah, I'm not going
Was he injured? He out.
I would tell you both strikers.
Oh,
Strikers.
all the strikers. Adams,
I'm strong on him injured.
Adams on
out
20. Yeah, Adams on 25%, and
he
the next two on 75.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, probably go Che Adams in, or like
No,
say,
Adams
out. Adams is worse off.
Well, then they have no score, no goals then basically.
Right? You never know, eh? You never.
Yeah.
Why not Ward-Prowse?
No, well, I'll go Ward-Prowse because he's only set pieces, right? Or they have Teller as well, but I mean, I don't know how you guys rate him or not. He's a bit part player for them.
Yeah.
But Ward-Prowse is the only option. If all those fellas out, I think Ward-Prowse is the best option then.
Fair enough. All right, so next up, this game needs no introduction. A London derby, the greatest team in London facing West Ham.
It's only because Spurs not playing now. They're the greatest right now.
That was a good one, Kevin.
I find you always real disrespect West Ham, you know.
I find so too.
I'm just checking, no, but I just saying the greatest team in London. That's all I say. The greatest team in London. a
Greatest,
London derby.
the greatest
It's
team
well-
in
listen,
London who ever Champions League.
it is well poised, right? Ignoring that, well poised, right? It is well poised. Who we have? I mean, if you don't want to do it, Declan, I'll do this one real quickly. I'm where.
I did fair, I did
All
fair.
right, thank you very much. Run through. Who you all have?
I like Odegaard. I like
Right,
Odegaard.
right.
Yeah, boy.
The form right now, he's on 3 goals in 3 games. I like to go form over fixtures, to be honest.
Correct.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
fixtures.
I learned another yard.
Yeah, a lot fixtures a lot of times just let you down. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
So
You can't run
Odegaard,
from fixtures. You can't run
for
from
sure. And Kieran Tierney.
Yeah.
He looks like he's getting back to his old self.
Yes.
Hopefully the injuries could lay off, then he'll be a good option.
Taking that. Vic.
I would just add Ramsdale to that,
Yeah.
I'm bound to take
11
plenty
points.
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
They're bound to take shots, and Ramsdale, the form he's in, it's really good. It's really good. He real pushing for the England #1 jersey.
Yeah.
I ain't give him wrong, huh? I ain't give him wrong.
Yeah, right now you're looking around.
For the tournament.
I think that's why he deserves it over Pickford right now.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah, but then you can't hold Pickford because of his defensive line, But
What do you mean? Pickford horrible.
No, Pickford makes terrible mistakes. No.
really,
No,
he was playing good
If
then.
there's one,
Yeah.
if there's one thing that's kind of Pickford up is his passing range now, but Ramsey is
That's it.
showing that he could do the same
That's-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pickford have no props on him right now, so
No. He's a
Mhm.
okay shot stopper, but the defenders have to be out the way and clear for him to see. He's not that. Yeah, I
he
trust
managed to show you frame, boy. He managed to show you frame.
Yeah.
Easy saves harder, and I like that. It look good.
Yeah.
It look good.
He's an old school. One of them old school keepers. He's real old school. Yeah, at heart, he's old
Yeah.
school. Who we have for West Ham?
Good shot.
So again, earlier in the chat here, right, we were talking about a certain player who's played good against the top 6.
Right.
Is Arsenal still top 6?
It's top 6 right now, They're top 6 in the table, In the table, it's top 6,
Right. Let me.
So,
Well, thanks for coming, Kevin and Daquan. It was nice having you guys. Right?
So okay, let me just say this little top 6, right? We go with Bowen for that, right? They will score against the top 6.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Samir?
yeah. But I'm going to guy who's gonna pull players away from Bowen into other spaces, like Mikel Antonio, right? Against
Yeah.
tougher defenses, Antonio drifts to the left or to the right to pull Ben White or Gabriel away from those runs that Bowen and Fornals would make, right? And I foresee that as well happening in this game because I know Gabriel's a front foot defender and Antonio will have him on his feet now, boy, in terms of moving
Busy.
around, shifting out.
Yeah.
Being very busy, yeah. So Fornals and Bowen will have some runs to make that could result in some goals.
Yeah, I can see Tomiyasu being very busy in this game.
Yeah, boy.
But more Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
Tomiyasu is the guy, he doesn't go forward when he comes up against teams like that. So he
Correct.
will be very busy in the back. He's very smart. He will tuck
And then
in and build up,
Yeah,
make
and
up
then
his
he's-
space and stuff. Yeah.
I wonder the same will happen for West Ham on the right hand side for them and Kufa, right? Would he also have to play that same similar type of play against Saka or Odegaard and have to tuck in as well and hold his sign now, boy.
Or Martinelli, yeah? Because Martinelli
Yeah,
might
correct.
start.
Yeah.
Might start. Yeah. Because he
Another-
mightn't start. If he's smart, he wouldn't start ESR. He would bring him on off, like maybe in the second half or
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Another
So it's
player
gonna be a real good game. I like this
From-
game. It's gonna be a good game.
from West Ham who played really, really well on the weekend, and like he looked real hungry. Is Declan Rice? I think. this is
Yeah,
a
you make
game
a
where
real jet run
a
into
couple
the
of them,
box.
yeah.
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 And I feel
he
he
had a
could do
good
the
shot.
same. He could do the same against Arsenal because Arsenal, I think Arsenal's biggest weakness is in the middle.
Yeah.
Their biggest weakness is the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Partey has to
Partey
be
hasn't
smart.
performed. Yeah, he hasn't performed as Arsenal would have wanted him to
Yeah.
since spending our money on him now.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, he's
consistently,
Sola's
I
dreams.
believe.
Sola's dreams. Because
Yeah.
when you're watching for Atletico Madrid, baller. He's Sola's dreams. Sola's dreams.
Who's Spanish, Burnley?
Right, I was not gonna say you want to call him now, boy. I just see you talking about that, yeah.
He's Sola's
yeah,
dreams.
yeah, Spanish word. They have
Next
a
up,
very good squad, but
we don't know if this game going to play. It might not play. So we'll just run through this real quickly. It mightn't play. Really mightn't play. Just one player from each team real quickly. Because we're not too... that turnaround, I just said, will be too quick. It mightn't come
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
So the front nine workers again, right? So
Yeah.
first on this one.
Lysol again.
Lysol and
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we really don't know. I don't
Medical
think,
staff and Lysol, yeah.
yeah, this mightn't play. I doubt
Or if you're watching the Caribbean, beep.
Right.
Yeah.
Beep is Mr. Beep right now. Yeah. Well, we move on from this because I doubt. But I mean,
Yeah.
if usual suspects, Vardy, Son, not Kane,
Yeah, Vardy saw, not Kane.
Davies,
Lucas Moura, maybe. Yeah.
Lucas
Madison,
Moura,
yeah.
Bergwijn,
Regulon.
Shaky Package,
Bergwijn.
But if you have,
yeah.
I feel as though
Bergwijn?
if you have yeah, Leicester assets, I wouldn't sell them except for Vardy because his price will still drop. Right,
Mhm.
Madison price might hold. Right, his price will hold. For Spurs, Son price will drop probably by 1. Kane will drop for sure as well, right? But you can hold Regulon and Davies because those are the lower key players that will kind of hold their price
Correct.
and will catch back into form again when the game fixtures are roll again now.
Correct.
So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So next up, another team from London, Chelsea versus Everton. This is going to be a sticky one. Hopefully,
Goals, boy.
Chelsea can
Goals.
keep a clean sheet. Yeah,
As I
goals
remember,
from Gray and
goals.
Doucouré. Yeah. And Townsend.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. Well, bad talk, Everton. Let me tell you something right now, right? If you're watching the football, Everton, as poor as they are, scoring goals, that is vital. Say what you want. This is the first time Gray blank in 3 games, The Courier back, he got assist. It was a lucky assist, don't get me wrong. But it was
Yeah,
an
he
assist.
did. He got yellow card too.
Helped him out in my draft. I take it. No,
Yeah.
no, well, he was upset. He was upset. The Courier
He was
got upset,
upset, yeah.
The Courier got upset, so I watched that game. My boy, the Courier, normally a calm head, but he was mad. And enough because that game was mad. It was real physical, right? But that's what Everton trying to do now. This game will be very hot tempered because Everton playing that rough game now when they can't win. I realize
Yeah,
that.
man.
They're playing a Burnley, right?
Yeah,
but
man.
Burnley's do it smooth and classical now.
Yeah, man.
So, Daquan, Chelsea, talk to me. Give us some good assets, please.
All right.
And who you don't have, who you not heavy in. Right. Go
Right.
ahead.
Any. Right? If Thomas Tuchel doesn't rotate, Mason Mount for sure. The
Yeah.
guy is on form. 3 goals, 3 games. I think 2 assists. The guy is on form. There's nobody in the Chelsea team who has that form at the moment. Other than him, probably Rudiger. To be honest, nailed in the back three.
Yeah.
As Vic said earlier, his runs are very, very, very dangerous. So you never know. Could possibly pull up on next penalty. Who knows?
Before we move on there, Buffon, you're a Chelsea fan, right? I realize that. Buffon a Chelsea fan, they go
Yeah, he is.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Vic, who you have for Chelsea?
I agree with Kwan and Dr. Buffon. I say definitely Mason Mount, and if not him, Rudiger. Because we're not sure if Lukaku gonna start. We're not sure, if Havertz, and we're not sure if the wing backs go and get rotated or not. So I would say I think he definitely would play Mount, and Rudiger, he has no replacement for Rudiger. So
and even if Lukaku starts, Thomas Tuchel does not know how to use Lukaku. So it doesn't make no sense.
And Werner don't know how to use a ball, so it's real back.
Yo, let the Arsenal players not brother.
Let Werner come Liverpool now and see how club do it.
I'm telling you.
Let Werner come Liverpool now. See how Werner he will try.
You imagine Werner, Mane, and Salah running at you?
He will. I'm telling you, Thomas Tuchel doesn't know how to use those guys.
No, but if I'm being honest with you, people's real bash Werner. And I mean, they have their rights, but I rate him as a player. He's very underrated.
No, he's
his
a good
numbers,
player.
His numbers,
a good player.
His numbers are good. He scored goals. He's just probably not in the Premier League, but he's scoring goals.
Yeah.
And he's missed plenty chances, but still at the same time, when you're a shot merchant like he is, right? He needs a lot of shots to score goals. His
Correct.
conversion probably very low now, but when
Yeah.
he's played good. He's played good. That's why I'm trying to say. I
He
like him as a player.
needs a lot of chances, and Chelsea are not
Yeah.
creating a lot of chances these days.
Correct.
So
Yeah, so I've come Liverpool, 20 million
Yeah.
from Liverpool, and you know,
yeah, for sure.
so kind of player you'll be. Sell him,
I
sell
think
him January, sell
he'll
him January.
thrive. I think he'll thrive, to be honest.
Yeah, sell
we'll
him
see.
January now. We'll take him.
Tyrone, I thought he was a cool fella, you know. I was talking to you and being into today. I thought he was a cool
And
fella.
next
And he
Chelsea
was a
man.
blue too. Wait, boy. the betrayal, the hurt. And of course, so Werner's most goals, most assists, and most disallowed goals since he came. And
Yeah, he
most,
does.
Does he have most? Did he hit the post more than Mbuemo as well this season? But we wouldn't get into that. We wouldn't get into that.
Nah,
was
man,
just-
yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
bringing
yeah,
it
him
up.
record.
No. When I don't hit post, he's missed me. He go completely.
Completely, yeah.
Bruno was a good player when VR
love
wasn't around. He was better then.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It. Oh, good. Right, of course. Last but certainly not least. So we'll
I
just
think
swap, right?
we didn't do Everton yet. We didn't do
Yeah,
Everton.
we do Everton.
Huh?
We do.
Oh yeah,
we do
yeah.
try
No, I
second
don't. I
team,
did Everton though. Great, great.
Who take the penalties for Everton?
Go ahead.
Who taking the penalties for
Right, go.
Everton? Yeah,
It'll be Richarlison.
Richarlison taking the
Charleston for now,
penalties.
yeah.
Mhm.
Right, because
yeah.
Chelsea gave away 2 penalties in the last 2 games. So I feel that might be the way to go through.
Yeah.
To get
Charleston, yeah, good shot.
So
good shot.
Richarlison, yeah.
Richarlison was
I
very
keep an eye on
upset
DCL,
today.
you know. I see back in training. DCL could be when DCL comes back into
No,
the
he's not
Everton
back in
team.
full training, just personal
Yeah.
training, solo
When he-
training. So
when
yeah,
he-
but no,
when he
I'll let you
does-
know. I'll let you
Yeah,
know.
in January, I think in January maybe start.
Yeah.
Games in January you start. So when he starts games for Everton will be a different beast.
And
They're
I'm
gonna be on
reminding you, all,
fire.
I will bring in 3 Everton players into my team. I'm
Oh,
telling you
Townsend
that,
on
right?
pens?
I think
Yeah, Townsend on
Townsend,
pens.
he
Yeah.
took it
Okay,
when
well then.
Richarlison was injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think when
Yeah.
Richarlison
Alright, well,
back, he will
Townsend then. Whoever's the penalty taker, I bring him in.
Yeah.
Well, I will bring him in.
Another thing
And-
with Richarlison though is that I could definitely see a man like Rudiger winding him up.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
doing what he said, though.
Yeah.
We always talk
Richarlison
about
brings
his
soft,
temperament. He is the Shelby
Yeah.
of strikers. We always talk about that. He's a good
Yeah.
player, but his temperament.
Yeah.
And when he came
Definitely.
off the field today, he was
He was
upset.
vexed, yeah.
Woo! He was upset. He was mad. But Rafa know to deal with those kind of guys. All right,
Yeah.
so next up, of course, Liverpool playing Newcastle. So this is this the time to triple captain Salah, as Dr. Buffon was asking? That was a great question. I don't know yet. I'll leave that up to you all. But so Shamir, as a Liverpool fan, let us know who's the who your key assets. We'll do this one as a free run. Who's the key assets?
I'll let the OFP boys go first now, then I'll go after.
Yeah.
See if I could pick out anybody that they missed.
Well, boy, you know it must be Salah. Always Captain Salah, right?
Always captain.
Always Captain Salah. And it's Newcastle. So Trent also.
Yeah.
Because, both of them are very threatening. Very, very threatening. So that is my 2 picks. I don't know about Vic.
If you like Daquan and waste 12 million on Bruno, then go straight to money.
Yo.
I love it. Mostly fans, baby. Good.
I guess
what
we could look at probably Robertson as the next other option, right?
Yeah.
He is pricey but if you're looking to move on from James or Rudiger or Alonso, you have to spare money, go up to Robertson. If not Robertson, you have Trent, you have Salah. Your third option could also be, I saw Dr. Buffon talk about Henderson. He's making those runs, putting those assists in the box, good shot as well. Henderson, and if not Hendo, Jota's always a safe bet, with this Firmino injury, right? So go Jota as well. So you have Henderson, you have Jota, you have Robertson as your third option for Liverpool.
As the whole freaking team.
Because they're scoring goals, man. They're scoring goals. Let's be real. They're scoring goals.
It was like average of 2 or 3 goals a game now. Average 3 goals a game. Yeah.
It's actually ridiculous. Yeah, they're scoring goals.
All right, so as usual, that's the end of our of the fixtures discussion.
Just forget
so let's
Newcastle.
do the
There's
usual.
You could just say Wilson and that's it for Newcastle, maybe.
Yeah,
but
Wilson. That's what I was just glossing over. Yeah. Wilson. Say Maxwell, Dubraka, Yeah. Right.
Paul
Not Keo
Newcastle.
if he fit. Yeah. Right. Willock, just for Willock's sake.
Nah, nobody.
So-
Nobody.
So we're not going to waste time talking about who to captain, right? We're not doing that. We don't waste time on it.
Unless this was the one that they actually rested him.
Right. So let's talk about vice captain. Who are we vice captaining? And Vic, I'm starting with you. Who you vice captaining and who are you? I know you already mentioned them, but just re-mention again who your transfer ideas or who you're bringing on from the bench quickly before we go into our last segment now.
My vice would be Ronaldo because I already, went
Right.
Vardy to Ronaldo.
Solid.
So, yeah. Ronaldo against Brentford.
And your transfer suggestions, not just what you did, but if you want to suggest any people that so two players or one player that everybody should be at least you might have one free transfer for this game, right? So give me one transfer you think everybody should be looking at in your opinion, based on the fixture.
Well, this game week it's tighter, but I still think Phil Foden.
Okay.
I still think Phil Foden.
Yeah.
He might get a run, and his numbers exceptional. He's really dangerous.
So that bring in my vice captain. My vice captain is Phil Foden right now. I have him on my team. I vice him. I have him vice.
You have a vice in.
So
One, take that one there. Who's your vice and who was your recommended transfer?
My vice right now, Bruno Fernandes.
Right.
Ah,
yeah, he
boys.
had a double long. He had a double long. Yeah.
Just know that
No,
But
it's
if the
Brentford
fixture
they're
go
playing,
through,
and that's a good one. That's a good
if
one.
they play, because if you're not playing, you have to make sure,
Yeah,
vice.
you know, as if man, you in pull off and Salah bench.
Yeah, what wrong with you? Yeah, what wrong with you?
Recommended transfer. Once I don't want to be biased, but once rotation with him, Mason Mount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. True.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
Shamir?
My vice is Trent against this Newcastle team.
Yes.
Yeah,
Trent
boy,
might be
yeah.
dangerous. Looking
I
at some
like
assists
that.
and probably a goal, yeah. That's like a nice little wild card pick. And suggestions, I'm gonna actually pick if you could sell Jimenez or Tony or whatever, move up to Ollie Watkins, I'll go him. Yeah, I feel as though Gerald have slowly getting him into that kind of mold that you want him to play, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna fire sooner or later.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll go
He's somebody I've been looking at, Shamir, to be honest, because I want to get out of Wilson.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. He's a good shot.
Kevin, so let's advise who's your transfer suggestion.
Oh, transfer. If you don't have one of them, either Dennis or King. They have good fixtures. Bring one of them in. I'll go Dennis more, but yeah.
Grass
All right.
FC. Yeah.
Yeah, taking that. All right, so I'm removing the fixture screen and we come into the fun part of the show where we do our mental 11. So Deacon and Vic, what we do, we like to make a 11 of the cut of the of the top of our range with no Salah,
No Trent.
no Trent. Who else again now we should be emitting from this team? I think we can leave it so because I have no Cancelo anyway, so we can leave it like that.
True.
Right? It's not not necessarily a differential 11. It's just it don't make sense talking about these guys every week. If you don't have them in the team, give us your account, right? Don't bother. If you don't have Salah and Trent, just stop playing, right? Just don't bother. Next season, right? We'll see you next season. So, right? Just stop wasting time. So let me bring up. Maybe prepare yourself for World Cup fantasy, right? Maybe that is more your league. All right. So what formation are we going with? We like to agree on the formation. What formation are we going with?
Trini back.
3-4-3.
All right, 3-4-3.
We have enough strikers.
That's your striker?
Yeah.
I do think
Yeah.
I do think 3-5-2.
3-5-2. I like it.
3-5-2.
Yeah,
3-5-2.
I'll go with 3-5-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
3-5.
3-5-2. Yeah. Makes sense.
Make a yeah.
Right. Ramsdale. I'm joking.
Sanchez.
Jose Sa.
Sa. All right.
Sa, yeah.
I would have trained here, but I mean.
I would have joined the here, yeah. I looking at the here now. And not the here. And Ramsdale is the same price.
I wouldn't say the here because Brentford does play better against teams who play open by.
So,
and Manu.
True.
Yeah.
Right. So I want a vote. Unanimous decision. Who it is?
Okay, yeah, we'll go
Sa.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go that, yeah.
All right. Defenders.
Lamptey.
Ramsey, but you feel Wolves in scoring.
Cash or target, one of them. From Aston Villa
Yeah.
versus
like
Norwich.
Cash. I'll go
Yeah.
Cash. I'll go Cash.
Right, Nori.
I know we have a real cheap defense, boy.
Yeah, we cover with.
Yeah. Tony's
The
not
boys
bad.
conceding and getting yellow card every week and whatnot.
Yeah, Tony. I'll actually pick Tony over Lamptey, to be honest.
All right, Tierney. All right, I like that
Yeah.
shot. Because he might get more returns. He might get returns.
Yeah.
He's been consistent recently.
I had him on my draft and he's just sitting down there with 12 points on the bench.
Who's that?
Very good. Tierney.
Hey.
Yeah. I bring him in and he was the first to come off and nobody came on.
You still on top
Nobody
of the league?
belonged to come on.
You still on top?
Aaron beat me. I make
What's
62 points in that and then Aaron come with 80 dread. 80
I
points.
didn't
And
check it over
I didn't check
and you know nobody sharing players, so he make 80 points
Right.
not shared with anybody. So
Yeah. All right. Midfield.
Mount.
Yeah.
Mount, yeah.
For sure.
Good shout, yeah. Good shout.
Foden or De Bruyne.
Yeah. No, I won't go KDB yet. I'll go
Mahrez.
I'll pick somebody who I'm more sure.
Mahrez, boy.
You had to pick Foden, though. You had to pick Foden.
It had to be
Yeah,
Foden.
get Foden over
Yeah,
Mahrez. Get Foden over Mahrez.
Yeah.
I had to pick
Next.
Foden, to be honest with you.
Not
Bruno
Foden.
Fernandes for the one.
Brother, ease me up now, boy.
Jared Bowen.
Are they going Gallagher or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gallagher,
Yeah, against Southampton too. And after today's game, yeah, got it.
yeah.
Just bringing up the
looking
comments
at-
here.
I
Masaka win
know,
hands
kind
down.
of talking about Odegaard now. So that could be a good shout between Odegaard and
West Ham.
Saka. But against West Ham, yeah, because I mean, I feel as though the game would be a scoring game. It wouldn't really necessarily be a 0-0 kind of vibe now. I feel as though Arsenal will concede, and but they'll also score goals now. That's just my gut feeling on this game.
Okay, well, we had a vote on it. So Odegaard, Buffon recommended Sterling, but Sterling's more what, a forward or midfield? He's still midfield.
He's
Yeah, he's a
midfield,
mid,
yeah.
he's
He's
a
still
mid,
midfield.
All right.
He scored the
He's
last
still
3
price,
games too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we save real money on the defense, so we can
Yeah, but we
afford
know
him
what
now.
happens
True.
there when.
Oh, don't forget, you didn't put Gallagher yet to know Jared.
Yeah, waiting, so Gallagher, all right.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, Gallagher, yeah.
I back in
You got two more options.
Yeah. So I would rather Sterling over anybody else. I'm not too sure.
I like the Sterling shots. I really like the
it's a
Sterling
good
We
shout.
sure
Yeah,
Sterling
nice shot,
starting. We sure Sterling starting.
Well, that's the next one I ask. I think
Yeah, that's the next
Yeah,
one.
if Mara's playing, so they might
If
start.
Mahrez
19,
plays,
no.
because remember,
Yeah. We didn't make the
last
wheel.
game.
We had a wheel.
Oh yeah, well, we'll do that next.
Yeah.
We'll do that next episode.
Yeah.
Who else, boy? Who else?
What about Bowen?
Bueno Odegaard.
Yeah, someone asked. Yeah.
Bueno Odegaard. I know.
I would pick
Yeah.
Odegaard in
All
that
right,
game.
I think that's what it's about.
Yeah.
Right, strikers. Let me hear.
Ollie Watkins.
Ronaldo and Watkins. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to humbly throw in Chris Wood.
Yeah, not bad.
You see, we could have go with the
No, no.
3-4-3. We could have go with the 3-4-3 and leave out Sterling.
Oh, wait now. Hold on. We picking Tony and over Robertson in this defense. I totally forgot. We could pick Robertson.
True.
If we have Star, then go Robertson.
Yeah. I would go Robertson over Norwich just because they double up now.
Yeah.
And this Newcastle team.
I have no input there. I just hosting. I just right. I like that. So be happy with this.
Yeah, man. I got
Yeah.
okay with the team.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right, so we'll monitor it and see. Let me see what's going on in the comments. Buffon going mad, right? So bam, Odegaard, most nailed, passing the midfield, correct. Mahrez has 0 penetration. Hey, but
So this guy, right?
Mahrez is a very good player. Yeah, Bowen is good show still versus Arsenal, yeah. CR7 and Dennis, right? He agreed there.
Yeah.
Chris Wood is a proper striker, to be honest, right? Yeah. King is.
Yeah,
Woo,
Ekong.
wow.
Ekong.
Ekong.
You talking about
Yeah.
Ekong? Ekong
Yeah,
is
Ekong. I know
not good at
Ekong.
all.
Ekong.
At all, he ain't good at all.
All right, so as we
Different
wind
areas,
down, guys,
smart.
any closing comments? Anything, guys? So Daquan and Vic, anything you want to touch on?
Lecture
Is it
had
match
something
up?
to say
Anything that
there.
you'll
If
usually
somebody
Also,
was
if
smart.
Renario is smart, he would have buy a defender January now, just to kind of keep
Yeah, for
whatever
sure.
hopes alive.
Yeah.
But they steady money for that. The next thing.
Who knows?
Yeah, Daquan and Vic, anything you all want to touch on before we go on any topics that we didn't cover? What you all know? How you all normally, do you all put talk to me?
I think
Or
we
you
covered
wanna?
most of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
yeah.
We got a lot of stuff covered here. Actually,
Yeah.
our pod don't even go on for this long. We
Yeah.
go for something is at our max.
Yeah.
This usually always just all we do need two
Yeah,
in
just
one.
as we cover the two,
Yeah.
we review and the preview. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Because you know that fix your crunch, boy. Yeah, boy. But
Yeah,
any
boy.
closing comment? So what match stand out for you all, or any if you want to talk about COVID is a bummer. Yeah, boy. That is. I was
Yeah.
not going to say
Yeah.
that. I was going to say that. I
Yeah.
was going to say that.
Yeah.
COVID is a bummer in truth. It really
Yeah.
messing up things. You all think
It
that they're
is,
going
it
to
is.
maybe because they did in the Champions League, they might start to remove crowds again and go back to the closed door behind closed doors.
Yeah, I see them Bayern did it. This in the
Yeah.
Bayern game. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you think that will change the momentum for certain teams, and they might change
Yeah.
because
Definitely.
we saw a big
Definitely.
change when the crowd came back, huh?
yeah, for
Definitely.
sure. For sure.
I feel as though Liverpool must struggle
Actually,
a bit. Yeah.
yeah.
Without a crowd. Without an empty crowd.
And it helped some of the big teams too, some of them.
Yeah.
Like with the no crowd here, because
Yeah.
Like
It was
City,
well,
they're
this is their custom
well,
anyway. So
yeah.
Yeah, no
it's
problem.
true.
Yeah.
That was the start. That was the start of West Ham turning the corner as well.
Yeah.
That West Ham
True.
form.
Yeah.
And Brentford come back this week too. With that crowd too.
Yeah.
Even and got Crystal Palace because they were on a bad run of form, and
Yeah.
they could pick up 2 wins here now. Yeah. We have a question here from Joe. Any questions? Feel free. Yeah, we can take some questions. So Tyrone here need to know who to bench between Smith Rowe, Gallagher, and Antonio. Wow.
Smith
You
Rowe.
benching one
Smith Rowe.
out of the three,
Smith Rowe.
or you benching 2 out of the 3? That's what I kind of want to
I
know.
think it's 1, and he might play.
If it's one, I would say
Three,
Smith
four.
Rowe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it's 1, Smith Rowe. If it's 2,
Yeah. As the Aston fan, I will
Gallagher,
back that.
Gallagher had a start, and then Antonio's your first sub.
Yeah.
If you're playing like
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Oh, if it starts Smith, we put Antonio as your first sub.
Yeah, because Antonio, the form that's not there right now, boy.
Yeah.
The form not there, but the fixtures there. So just
Yeah.
hold him for a first sub and see what happens.
But right now we had to go on 4 minutes because pictures mean nothing. As I was saying before you jumped on, Shamir. Look at Ronaldo, look at Kane. All these guys had good fixtures and they didn't put.
Yeah,
Put
true.
at all. You
No,
didn't
it's
get
true,
a
it's
hat trick
true.
against Norwich? Come on, nah, man.
Yeah.
I
it's
can't
true.
rate you.
No, well, Kane missed out there because I think Kane played in Norwich. That was the Dean Smith Norwich and not the Norwich from before. So
Yeah, but
Dean
no,
Smith, I think
they
so.
had no January window. Nobody changed. Nothing
No, but
changed. What are you trying to tell me?
just the new manager Bongs had Norwich playing a better. Norwich hasn't conceded more than 2 goals a game since he came in.
Correct. I just harassing.
Right.
I just being facetious
you know,
because
so-
I find that's real nonsense.
And
Dean
Dean
Smith the
Smith,
table.
Dean Smith is a good manager too. And
Yes.
they said that around the parts on Twitter, and some of the Villa fans said that too. He's a good manager. So.
Yeah. Although he had Aston Villa horrendously defending, you have this Norwich team actually defending better, which is kind of shocking now, boy.
Nah, but I'm tell you,
Yeah.
it's not him, boy. It's Tyrone Mings.
I agree.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree with you, don't worry.
Ooh.
I saw Mings hater as well, don't worry. So yeah.
Yeah, you see, as you concise him, man. See, Mings.
Don't
Well,
worry, as soon as
Hanley,
if Gerard
Hanley's a
lasts
great
long,
defender, so I feel all that too. Hanley will galvanize in that back line.
yeah.
So I
If
think it's all that.
Gerard lasts long, he will do something on Mings, either fixing defensively or ship him out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tyrone, I hope you heard the advice. We said to put Antonio as your first sub and you can start ESR and Gallagher. Why not?
And I'm sorry that Tyrone have the same first name as that Mings.
Ooh, I like this question. Don't fall into that trap, Doc. Don't fall into that trap because now, as it stands, he's not a bad punt right now because over right now on disciplinary action. Arteta trying to prove a point. The worst coach in the world, but we're not going there. We're trying to prove a point right now. So I mean, he's not a bad shouter. Now and against West Ham, he likes these kind of teams. You know, he will hold up the play, might get assist, might even score. But as an FPL asset, I'm not too sure where Doc where. I fully got on this one because I don't want to sell your dreams. But there is a time where he will have a nice patch. He will have and this might be the start of the patch, and they like to catch him patches early. He's not a
Mhm.
bad shot. And
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
as Odegaard drifting now and playing that Ramsey role, he's not a bad shot, actually. He's really, really not a bad shot. And against West Ham, these are the kind of teams he loves to play against because he will be up against concern those kind of players, and he loves that kind of play. And now that
Concern.
Tierney Cross is actually being on target, Martinelli getting some runs and good passing, you never know. So it's not a bad shot before. Not a bad shot. Actually. But I will if I had to recommend Arsenal player right now as a random punt, I would say Odegaard is not bad for to catch a patch right now. Yeah. Not a bad shot. All right. Well, we looking to wrap up there, guys. Any parting with my usual advice? Please click that save button. Please don't drink an FPL. Right? Don't wait till last minute. I know Buffon like you like to wait till just before. I like to wait till there's 2 in the morning up. Organizing my team. But please, guys, try and remember to check your team. Any solid advice before we go, guys? What is solid piece of advice? FPL transfers. Solid advice. Daquan, what's something not to do? What's that don't?
What not to do?
Yeah, what's that doing? Doing
Do not Captain Salah.
right. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Kevin, solid advice.
What I get from these days is form over fixtures.
Yeah.
Form working. Yeah.
Well, I was saying that. Yeah, solid.
Yeah.
Vic,
These days, Grass FC beats an Analytics FC. So go with your
Yeah.
eye test. These days, more important than what the
like
numbers.
I like that. Shamir,
Keep your transfers close to your heart in terms of don't rush to make it because COVID wrecking teams. So try your best to cover yourself in a sense. If you had a double up or triple up on teams, just hope that you have different players across the board to cover those fixtures that they might be missing out on. So keep your transfers still not, I wouldn't say last minute, like just before the deadline, but keep it some hours to spare. Get your news in, make sure you know who playing who. Game still on, and then make your transfers. Set up your team nice. Have a strong bench.
Yeah,
I like that.
I
Solid.
fully agree.
All right, so guys, so I want to big up Tyrone and Buffon. Thanks for coming through. I reach out to them on Twitter. Mark, Javid, thanks for coming through. Alberto, as always, right? So hopefully we have a nice episode coming up this week when we get a little breather. Thanks for coming through. And of course, guys, on the OFB side, like and subscribe, right? OFB are new to the YouTube channel vibe, right? And now starting this whole video live. So go give them a like, go to give them a subscribe. We'll appreciate that as well. And look out for more content as well. Thank you for your patience. Thanks for hanging through. Thanks for bearing with us. Remember to fix your crunch. So we had to try and squeeze everything in. And of course, we wish you guys green arrows, Oliver Queen settings, right? And happy picking. All the best, guys.
All right, guys.